Hello, this is Angelia with today's wisdom. Today's wisdom comes from Daily Om, two sides of the same moon. Ritual moon. The moon waxes and wanes in the night sky, always following the same cyclical pattern, lighting and darkness with its luminous glow. And of course, we all know about the moon cycles. If you don't, Google it. It has been this way as long as the earth has been here, because it was all created together. The moon just didn't show up one day, it was already there. The same moon grew from dark to full and back again, catching the eyes of our grandparents, our great grandparents, and those at the beginning of humanity. And of course, we know there are all kinds of, gods and theories contributed with the moon and stars and things. The moon guided our ancestors in the planting, sowing, and reaping of their crops, and we can be inspired to observe and honor these same cycles today with simple rituals that help connect us to the natural ebb and flow of life energy. And of course, like I said, the people before us were smarter than us in a lot of ways. When we got entrenched in this man-made society, and became industrialized, we lost our connection to nature. And we live on a natural planet, so that's a shame. Dark moons and new moons represent polar moments of beginning and realization in the arc of the moon's phases, because it does. It's dark, then, you see the little B crescent, and then you have the full moon for several days. Then you get the D crescent and back to dark again. We might take time to meditate on emptiness when the moon is dark, the fertile ground in which seeds take root. And that is a big thing in meditation, emptying yourself out. And in spirituality, I talk about taking out the garbage, because that's what dark forces like to feed on, is the internal garbage. So if you purge that and take that out, be it spiritual study, going to a psychologist, counselor, whatever, by purging that, you don't leave anything there to fester and be fed on and cause you to be full of garbage. A simple ritual for acknowledging this potent phase of the moon would be to write down new plans and ideas that present themselves and keep them in a moon journal. And of course, you can just have a journal. You don't have to call it a moon journal if you don't want to, but if you want to, you can. Looking back over a year of dark moons, you may be amazed to see which seeds have blossomed. Because we all have plans and goals and things we'd like to do, and it's nice to look back and see, oh, well, you know what? I did that. Been there, done that, and this is in the works, and it'll help you feel good about the path your life is taking. Full moons symbolize completion and fulfillment, the realization of the seed, and they are times of celebration. And a lot of pagan folks have full moon celebrations, and I don't believe in and of itself a full moon celebration is the wrong thing. I mean, if you're a Christian and you want to get together with folks on the full moon and have a little party, I don't see a thing wrong with that. They are a great time to gather friends and family to partake in a communal feast acknowledging the apex of another monthly cycle. And most of us women know that, when a month is done, we're kind of happy with that, because, it was leading up to a certain point for us women, and when it's over, we're like, oh, thank gosh, that's over. I'm an old lady. I've been through menopause by, many years. But, I got finished doing that when I was 52. I'm 50, well, I'll be 57 next week. But you know, so been there, done that. Thank God that's over. Thank you, Lord. Um, your full moon journal might track the full moons of an entire year, with a recounting of the gathering, the menu, the guest list, and any other observations you feel inspired to make. And I was invited to a few, full moon gatherings, but I didn't go because I knew the people were pagans who had invited me. So I did not want to partake of that gathering because I felt like maybe things would be done or said that I would not feel comfortable with, and I didn't want to be in that situation. Honoring the dark, oh my, excuse me, I'm trying to sneeze. And full moons with these simple rituals brings our year into a new kind of focus. Because we're looking, back on the whole entire year. And like I said, I think journaling is a great tool. And you can go back at any time, look at where you were at this time or other, and be like, oh man, I can't believe I was worried about this, or I can't believe I thought that was going to work out. And that's how, you learn and grow by experience. If you keep track of your experiences, it's easier for you to look back on them. Oh my goodness. As we acknowledge the flow of the moon cycles, we become more comfortable with the changing nature of our earthly lives, making our peace with each phase, and with the shifting from emptiness to fullness and back again. Because that's how life is. Every day is not going to be up. Every day is not going to be down. Sometimes glass is full, sometimes glass is empty. So, that is a good lesson from emptiness to fullness. We strengthen our connection to the universe in which we live and find peace in both emptiness and fullness, each of which are natural and necessary, two sides of the same moon, or some people would say of the same coin, but since we're doing the moon, they said the moon. So, if you want to mark the month, the full moon with some kind of ritual, that's perfectly fine, with whatever you believe, because life is like the moon. Sometimes it's empty, sometimes it's full. And we have to learn to be okay with whichever way it is at any given time. Think about it. Please like and share this wisdom so we can spread it around the world. Thanks for watching. If you want to help me out, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to help me out even more, go to my Patreon page and become a patron. That's all for now. Until next time.